What's up, guys? Octo King Toy Reviews here with a Captain America 80-year anniversary action figure. Now, this was from the comics, and Hasbro recently released this as a callback to the original comic book with Captain America in it. So I'm excited to get into this. It was released in 2019. And he does have a little read up here. As World War II unfolds, the superpowered beings emerge across the world. The patriotic hero Captain America is revealed, ushering in a new age of Marvels. So Marvel is kind of a hint to Marvel, the company. But let's get into this action figure actually. So one of the things that is interesting about these 80 years action figures is they open from the top. Usually it opens from the side. These open from the top, and then there's this little cardboard thing. Move that out of the way, and then you can slide the figure out. And here he is on his little tray with all of his accessories. So let's get into this review. Alright, so here is the action figure vanilla posed right here. Just spin them around so you can see all the details. And I'm actually going to start with the accessories over here. So he does come with a fair amount of accessories. Angle that down. First of all, he comes with two pairs of hands. He has fists, and then he has gripping hands that come on the figure. He has two heads. I'll show you that. And the thing about these heads is they're very, very similar. These are the two heads. The main thing you can see here is this has different wings on the side, and this one's more cloth. You can kind of see the seams in there. This one's less like that. But I definitely like this one better. Obviously, they're very similar. The A is just a little bit different. Facial expressions, barely different. But I do like this one a little bit better, in my opinion. This is the one that comes on the figure when you open the package. But I don't know why they included those two heads. They're almost identical. And then you get this little effect with this extra hand. So you can obviously port that on with the other hands, and this is like he's throwing the shield, so he's throwing it and it's curving. But you can remove this shield. Like I don't know why they wouldn't do that, because obviously you want to remove the shield. But then it comes with this little clip mechanism, so you can clip it on his wrist and have that, or you can pop that off, move that. Like there's a little clip right here, or you can flip it around and make it a little pin. And with that pin, you flip the figure around and you push it right into the figure's back, and then he's carrying his shield on his back. So that's really cool. Cool little thing that they did there. But I will definitely, if I ever display this, I'll definitely flip this pin down and clip it onto his wrist, because that looks way cooler. Obviously doesn't have a head right now, but you can pop that on, get on there. Oh, there we go. Pop the head on, get him into an action pose or something. And then that's gonna look awesome. So let's get into the details of this figure. Alright, so looking at the details of this figure, he's not a movie figure, so he's obviously gonna be more comic booky, less like details every corner. But he does have a nice amount of details. And I did port the fists on, because the grabby hands over here, they just kind of bother me, because it has nothing to grab. And I guess you could say that you could use a shield and grab it like that. But how are you going to pose that? And what's the point of that? You can like grab the pin. But what's the point of that? I don't get it. So I don't understand the purpose of the grabby hands. I don't know, maybe you can try to wedge the shield in here. No, I think the thumb is molded in. So I don't really understand the purpose of these grabby hands. Doesn't make much sense. But going back to the figure, this actually is pretty nice. He's got this little scale pattern here going down, and that is really cool. I like it. It carries on all the way down to the upper arms. Got it on the upper torso, shoulders, and the upper arms. So that's really nice. He's got star and another star. And then his head, I already looked at that. He's got these little wing feathers. He's got little seams in his mask. Looks like fabric. And then he's got a nice red, white, and blue paint. And this is actually sculpted right here. If you kind of rub your fingernail on it, you can kind of feel that sculpted. All nice details. You can see the stripes going down, fabric stretching across the butt. You got a belt here, which is actually not as annoying as some of the movie figures belts, because this thing doesn't really move. It stays right here, and obviously it is a floating piece, so it's not actually gonna get in the way of articulation. But this thing doesn't really move that much. Even when you kick the legs all the way up, it'll still stay pretty close to its original position, and you can just shift that back down. And yeah, getting back to the details, he's got some blue straps going around that belt, some nice muscle, big muscles actually. That's him flexing. He's got these red gloves, red boots, pegcles at the bottom. And yeah, so that's really nice. Let's get into the articulation. Alright, so starting with the articulation on this Captain America figure, he does have a ball joint at the neck. Look up that far. Look down that far. Swivel. A little bit of tilt right there. Arms move out that far. Down that far. Spin 360. Upper bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows don't come in that far. Wrist swivel. Hinge up and down. All of them do. He's got ab crunch right here. Crunch back that far. Crunch forward that far. Waist swivel. Hips move forward that far. They move out that far. Don't really move back. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed knees moving that far. Boot rotation. Ankles move down that far. They move up that far. And he does have ankle pivot here. So really nice articulation for this. Let's get into my final thoughts. Alright, so for my final thoughts on this Captain America figure, very cool Captain America figure. He's got a lot more sculpted detail than you would expect, because most comic book Marvel Legends are pretty plain. They don't have that much sculpted detail. They reuse most of their parts. This one actually has quite a bit of new stuff. He's got new upper torso, new lower torso. He's got new shoulders, got new lower arms. He's got two new head sculpts actually. He's got new lower arms. Pretty sure the hands are reused. I don't know about this belt, and then he does have new boots. So that's quite a bit of new stuff for a comic book action figure. Usually they just kind of reuse most of the stuff. But I really like this. It just kind of falls into really cool poses when you're messing with it. Like I'm liking poses like this. And that's pretty cool, right? Like, that's pretty awesome pose. Like, he's gonna ram someone with a shield. And yeah, for $20, I really like this Captain America. I think you should definitely consider buying him. Alright, so that'll wrap it up for my Captain America review. Thank you guys for watching. I did manage to get this posed with the shield being thrown. I think that looks pretty cool. However, if you just touch him very slightly, you'll see he's very off balance. Like, I could tap that down. Boom. All the way down. And I don't know if you noticed, but I did switch this head out. There's actually a very tight fit on this ball joint though, and I definitely will be keeping this one on if I ever display this. So thanks for watching my review. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.